bass down. Ain't nobody trying to hear all that. Let's see what we got here. Treble. Wow, let's see. Okay. Oh, so I'm just going live for a minute. I'll tell you, I support places that support me. This is one of them. This is a Love's Truck Stop. And I'm not trying to rile up nobody or ruffle nobody's feathers, but us truck drivers are getting pushed around a little bit by some of these companies doing us wrong, the ones that we do business with. Welcome, come on in. I got somebody in here. You know, I'll tell you, it's gotten to where now the places where you buy fuel should be the place that will support you, and this place does. This is all good. But there are truck stops out there that's got these truck stop parking Nazis that ride around in little carts, like in the TA in Hammond, Louisiana, kicking people off the lot, talking about you can't sleep here, even though they got bobtail parking carved out for it. Now, I got a lot of stuff going on that's on my mind right now, okay? That's one of the things. Another thing is the pilot, a certain pilot with a certain manager was kind of rude, cut me off with, I don't know what to say. I don't know how to explain it. With my day just stopped all of a sudden because I had to deal with this fool. He writes down truckers' information when they first pull in, and if you're not off the fuel aisle in 15 minutes, he calls your company. Tries to get you in trouble. And it's like, okay then. So I stopped the pump. Shut it down. You know? I had a little over 20 something gallons, maybe 30. Huh. You ain't getting none of my money. I could have bought 300. Well, I got a video coming on that. I got something special planned for their coffee cup. So I'm just getting some stuff off my mind right now. There's a lot of videos coming. Dirty White Boy is going to be, he's going to be doing a second video. But I'm going to roast the TA for what they did to an engine where they put too much oil in my engine and blew my motor up. I still ain't got recuperated for that. They paid me not to sue them. They admitted fault. They paid me not to sue them, but they didn't pay me for my truck. And I had to accept what they had at the time. So I'm gonna roast their ass on a video. And I got something special planned for their coffee cup too. I thought about honestly, I thought about putting the pilot cup down range at the shooting range and, you know, put some holes in it with my 45. I think it'd get like deflected and busted and I couldn't really use it. So I got a better plan for that. You're gonna like that. I'm gonna do that on camera, maybe even on live, but I gotta get a different mount. That way I can use it every time. And I won't have a hard time remembering not to go back to the pilot, you know, if there's holes all in my pilot cup. So yeah, and I'm not showing. I showed one person in the room. You can click like if you're in here. I don't even show anybody. Let me see on chat. I show nobody. Let's see all, you know, man, I don't know. So they don't never show right on this. Maybe it could be my device that I'm using for live stream, but it doesn't show me all the people in the room. It'll show like one when there's like a couple hundred. I don't even know people, but I'm just telling you some stuff that's coming up on my channel, giving you the heads up of what some stuff that I'm gonna be putting up. I've got to release some videos that I've already done up in the winter cold. teaching about that. I got a buddy of mine that his brother went to do that ice road trucking. He started talking to me about how they wrap up the whole wiring harness of the truck in a special wrap and winterize it, and it costs like $15,000. I'm up there without all that, you know what I mean? So I'm gonna be calling him. He could teach me more than I could even know about ice road trucking. You know, he could tell me how they wrap them and all that, and I don't know. So I'm up there doing it, but my truck's not outfitted for it, so it was like a problem, you know. It's crazy. But yeah, so it's there's quite a few videos. I see another one in the room. I don't even know how many people's in here. It could be 100 and only show one. They do that. I get you by your messages. But so yeah, so I'm just chilling out and getting my thoughts together on some other videos I got to do next, because there's so much. How can you make something about one subject, you know, when you got so much on your mind? You know, that's where I'm at right now. So I got to get up with Half Crazy and talk to him. That driver, he's in his 80s, he's gonna talk to me on you know, a chat. And still got to call Dirty White Boy back, but there's parking issues everywhere. And I mean, they had an airplane land on the interstate in California the other day, and I meant to go live on that, and I was busy. I meant to talk about that, and I ain't had time. And it's been a lot of stuff to talk about, but I haven't had time to video it. You know, there's always something popping off somewhere. But I'm sitting here eating some Chinese food and chilling out and talking and trying to figure it, you know. I've got a list here of things I'm gonna do video on. You know, a lot of it's the parking issues, you know, and the bad weather mess you up too. And bad weather's messed me up pretty good a couple of times this winter, but it's gonna get greater later. Yeah, I gotta say, like I said, I'm almost astounded by the way some of these truck stops are treating drivers. Love's is the one right here that's the best to drivers. If you want to know a truck stop that will take care of you and say, if you call them up, you could call the Loves, any Loves in the country, you could call them and say, hey, do you have parking? And they'll say, yeah, we got parking, you know. And or they'll say, even if they're full, they'll say, well, we're full, but I see a spot next to the scale, or come on in, driver, we'll make a spot for you. This is the truck stop, Loves, you know. After that pilot did me wrong like that, and then the TA blew up my motor, I'm putting them on blast. I'm gonna roast both their asses. I'm gonna take my pilot coffee cup. Like I said, I was gonna hit it with my 45, but instead, I got a special plan for that. I'm gonna put a bunch of straws in it, and I'm gonna put one of them for that manager, that certain store. I'm gonna put his unit number there and say, you can suck on that right there, just like a puppy wanting milk from a mama. That's what they're doing. They're leeching us drivers anyway. So I'm gonna give them a hole with a cup, drill a hole in the bottom of the cup. I won't never be able to use that coffee cup again in a pilot, and it'll remind me. And I'm gonna put it up on my dash. And when I'm done, every video I do, I got a different mount that I'm gonna put up in this other. I gotta get set up, but I'm gonna have a mount. It's gonna show that coffee cup with the holes, and it's gonna have exactly 7 straws out of it. Because all the way around the cup, I'm gonna put holes in the pilot coffee cup, put straws in it, and drill a hole in the bottom. And that pilot manager, I'm gonna put his name next to one, and that's his little place to suck on and get nothing. You know, for real, I'm gonna roast the damn pilot. But the Loves is great. Like I said, I'm showing this for a reason. They deserve this. They'll always tell you can park here. I was on the fuel aisle. If you're there on the fuel aisle at that place for more than 15 minutes, they call your company, try to get your safety department, try to get you fired or in trouble. And I'm like, that guy's nuts. Who put him as a manager of a store to do that to a driver, right? So I stopped the pump and shut that mess off at 30 gallons. I went in there. First I pulled up. Safety's like, no, don't go in there. Don't go in there. Don't, just leave. We'll get you a ticket later. I said, no. I'm going in there. I'm going in there. I'm gonna find out what's going on. So I even pulled up 30 gallons when I could have took 300. So cool. So I got out of the truck and I walked behind me. And the guy behind me was a nice driver, and he just come in from the interstate and just pulled on the lot and just happened behind me. And there's like 3 or 4 bays open, right? The place ain't even hopping. It's a postage stamp piece of crap little lot anyways. They're lucky that we even stop at the pilot. That's the deal. So this guy pulls up behind me, and he got out and wasn't even going to fuel, and he was going to walk inside. So I said, hey, driver. I said, you just pulled in behind me, right? He said, yeah. I said, this is right here. I got the company on the phone right now. Talk to them and tell them that I did not hold you up. Because the manager in there called in on me. Not no driver complained. Nobody come up and spoke to me. They call your company. He's writing down truck numbers at this certain pilot, right? I'm going to reveal that in the next video that I do. And like I said, I'm going to put holes in that pipe. I was going to do it with a 45, but it would shatter. It would deflect and it would shatter the cup. I'm going to drill holes, and it's going to be, like I said, like a puppy sucking on milk, trying to find some place to get to, and I'm going to put his store number and his manager of that store, and that's going to be his straw. There's going to be 7 holes around it. So I'm reserving spots around that cup, and I'll drill a hole in the bottom. I'll never use that cup again, and then he can suck on that. That's what's up. And that pilot cup is going to be on my dash in the rest of my videos. Whenever I get that mount up here on this one, they're going to see that, and they can look at that, and they can see that I'm not going there, but that's his little spot right there. Because they ain't not leeching and sucking on us drivers no more. Not me. You know? Not nobody I know, not nobody I tell about it. So, hey, if you on the fuel out for more than 15 minutes, yeah, it's like 49 north of Joplin, Missouri, around the 80-mile marker. That pilot, that postage stamp piece of garbage crap that they're lucky we even stop at. That's the dude. But yeah, and that's crazy. You're gonna lose inside sales. I had $300 of inside sales to do. Inside stuff, because I had parts I needed. And I was like, okay, this, and this. Get another airline. No. You ain't getting none of my money. I shut that pump off at 30 gallons. So yeah, it's all up to you. And you know, the TA truck stop put too much oil in the engine in a truck of mine a while back. Blew up the motor. So I'm like, okay, that's cool. They paid me not to sue them, but it wasn't enough to replace my truck that was paid for. All right. It was an M11 Cummins, and they put too many gallons in it. They thought it was an N14. And that was before they had the drivers check the level. It was always a lead mechanic check the level, and then they slap you on the ass to get you down the road. So the way it worked was I lost. So they never really recompensed me. They never really, resolved that situation. And I signed away a piece of paper saying that, I wouldn't sue them about that, but the truth is you can never legally sign away your right not to sue somebody. So yeah, the TA, y'all owe me a Freightliner. I'll take one with a DD13, the smaller engine, because that's the same as the M11. So TA blew up my engine by putting too much oil in it, and I'm gonna blow up their cup. I got a friend of mine that does videos on YouTube, and he messes with that thermite or whatever that crap is, a couple of ounces of that. They hit it with a bullet and it blows all to hell, and their logo can go the same way my engine went. But like I said, I'm gonna roast them after I roast the pilot for calling the company for drivers sitting on the fuel aisle. And yeah, there's some stuff going on. They are messing with us drivers about parking. I'm in a parking spot now, and the Loves, this is great. Like I said, they'll always make a spot for you at the Loves. Got me a brand new coffee cup too, So yeah, just chilling back. And like I said, I've got so much that I could do a video about that I decided I had to do a random video about touching on all of it or talking about none of it, because it's just too much. Each individual point deserves its own video. And then they had the airplane land in California on the highway, and they're not supposed to do that. I was going to do a video and maybe even call the NTSB and the FAA about that and have them tell people, look, yeah, because the interstate was designed, it was designed by Eisenhower to actually be just like the Autobahn in Germany. Originally it was designed to have 1 mile stretch of highway that could be defensible by making it into an airstrip. And somewhere along the line, little pilots with these Buddy Holly killers, these little Cessnas, they think that it's okay to land on the highway if they need to. And they're not supposed to. And so, they had a hard time. They blocked up the highway, they blocked up the exit ramp, didn't know how they were going to get a flatbed in there or if it would even haul it. Sometimes they got to take the wings off. So that was causing a little bit of problem. And so, it was a story, and I don't know how well it made it into the news, but it happened, and I wrote down everything. I was going to do a live video on that day, and I couldn't get streamed. But I got streamed now, so I'm telling you, encompassing a whole litany of subjects here that I've got on my mind that I will do videos on. I've got some extreme cold videos, you know, like chaining up and that kind of stuff coming. I'll tell you, I could do videos like that song with no effort. I could do this with no, I could do this all day long. I could, you know, get out, set up my camera, and turn a wrench. And there's a lot of stuff I miss when I'm helping other drivers and I don't have time to video it. You know, but yeah, I got a plan. I got some stuff going on. I appreciate the thumbs up, by the way. And you know, everybody's welcome at my channel. I want y'all to know, because I was made to feel unwelcome at that pilot. Let me share y'all a story. Let me share with y'all a story real quick. And this is my live feed. I can put what I want on this, and I'll even tell it on that video. When I was younger, when I was little, I played in the sun a lot, and I'm Cherokee, so it's a lot darker. And people knew my family. They knew who we were. And I played with everyone in the neighborhood. And so we would all walk up, no matter who we was. We all walked up, different backgrounds, you know, races, it didn't matter. We were kids. We would go up to the grocery store, the gas station is what it was a gas station. We go to the gas station with whatever change we had in our pocket. Not really the greatest on saving money, kids, but, you know, we ate candy and they had candy, so, you know. So we go up to the store. One day, going up to the store, and we ran around with no shirts on and stuff, just shorts. We were poor. Well, one day we went up to that store, and there was a sign on the door, but we didn't notice it, and we just walked right in. Why would we read the signs? That's for like grown-ups. Cigarette costs and beer costs. We didn't do that. We knew where our candy was. Well, we were little. There was always one bigger kid to walk with us. But the point is, the old man in there, he pointed us outside and said, "Come on back outside. Get out of my store." I was like, I don't understand. I was the last in line. I was the littlest. But we all walked back outside. He shut the door, got on the inside and said, "You see that sign? Don't come back until you can follow the rules. Can you read?" Well, of course we could read. Even I could read. I was the youngest. We read it. It said, "No shirt, no shoes, no service." That was my first experience in being made unwelcome somewhere. Okay? It was made to keep our kind out. That's what it was designed for. Okay? Now, poor recognizes poor. Rich recognizes what poor is too, though. And they can be how they want to be and look at you and know who they're dealing with. And, you know, even when you have money, you still tend to do things in a way that's inexpensive, that shows people where you came from, that you know you didn't come up blowing and going with money. So no silver spoon in my mouth. So yeah, so we came back. We just left there. So if they don't want our money, fine. And we, you know, it's just a few cents or what, but it evidently it added up, because the person that sold candy even had a complaint to the management, and then he had done said that and he couldn't really take it back. So there was a young kid that worked in there, and we went up there to see about a week and a half, 2 weeks later. Went up there to see, because we had told all of our friends, hey, they don't let us up there no more. They don't want us up there. So we went up there to see. Oh, thanks for the thumbs up. We went up there to see, you know, because there was no shirt, no shoes, no service, and we didn't wear shirts. We was kids. And we went up there to see a different friend of ours, just to meet him at the store. Now, when we met him at the store, one of the kids we went with was like, "Oh, my mom said, here's a shirt, you know, next time you're up there in case you want to buy something." And we didn't go inside the store. And the young kid was running the store. And the young kid come outside and says, "Hey, look, listen, that kid's got a shirt. Why don't y'all," and we used to swap shirts then, and he was a kid. I don't know why we didn't think to just give all of our money to him and all what we wanted, but he said, "You know, just one at a time, wear his shirt and come in and get what you want." You know, he was willing to work with us. He wasn't like the owner, his mentality, if you know what I'm saying. So we did it, but when it came to me, I was like, no, I don't even want to go in there. Just here's my money. Just go get what I want, you know. And I was littlest, and they didn't mind doing that for me. But everybody else wore his shirt and went in there. And that's a memory that sticks with me. That's the first time that I was ever made to feel unwelcome. And that's why when someone tells me, welcome to the Loves, or you're welcome here, not when you buy something you say thank you and they say you're welcome, but I mean when they actually say you're welcome here, to people that have been made unwelcome, it means something. And I've been told by different people, welcome here. When someone says welcome here, that means like, hey, come on in. If you need anything, let us know. We don't have much to offer, but we will offer it to you. Welcome here. It's a poor term in a way that I learned meant a lot to me, because it meant I not just was welcome to be there, but I was wanted there. So the other day when that pilot made me feel unwelcome by calling my company, I gotta tell you, that meant a lot too. So I appreciate the channels even on YouTube, especially one in particular, the Grown Folks channel, when he said, welcome to the Grown Folks channel. And there's a couple of other ones that have said, hey, you're welcome on my channel anytime. That's what that means to me, people. And I don't know what it means to you, but if someone makes me unwelcome at a place and you don't support me, I don't support you. So if I go someplace and I'm trading with them, that's the way my great uncles were Cherokee. They used to say, don't trade with them people. That's what they meant. Don't spend money in a place that you're not welcome. And don't go back to a place that you're not welcome. Boycott their ass. And that's what's up. And that's what's happening. And like I said, I'm going to put a bunch of holes in that pilot cup. Like I said, I would do it with a 45 or a shotgun, but it would just blast it all to hell. I want something I can sit up on my dash. And when I'm doing videos, it's going to be like a paperweight, or what do they call it, a trinket. Those things they put on the wall when they put them in a shadow box. I forget what they call them, but if you put a box or a shelf up on a wall and you put little doodads up there that you like from different countries or wherever you go, that's what it's going to be, with a whole bunch of holes in it, and they can suck on that dry with a hole in the bottom, and I'll never be able to fill that pilot cup up again. So, and like I said, I got a special thing planned for the TA cup. So I got some videos to do. I got some videoing to do, and it's a lot, and it's hard, because I'm a truck driver and I'm working for a living and I'm working on my truck. Mainly I'm trying to show mechanical videos, and I haven't had time to put up other stuff I've got. I'm trying to bring the content to you. They took away my YouTube editor, kicking me when I'm down, you know. I gotta get editing software. But I want y'all to understand, everyone is welcome at this channel. Nobody gets turned away. Long as you act right, don't start hating discontent. I got a 50-mile radius around my channel. That's what I say. It's a no hating discontent zone. Any hating discontent, you wind up in the penalty box. But look, it's not complicated. I don't know where they get off. I just put up a video of a certain Walmart that on private property, they allow police to write tickets in Florida, people shopping in the store. The guy spent $300 in the store. Then he turned around and went back inside and took his groceries back because he had a $75 ticket on his glass. Then he took his money, went next door down the street to Publix and spent his money there. That's how it happens. That's how it works. Shut it down, you know? So I shut my pump off. 30 gallons. It was just enough for me to get to the the Muskogee, they're my people too. Muskogee reservation down there. I got fuel, and you know, I've been sitting here eating on peppers. I didn't eat all these Choctaw Farms. Check this out. I don't know if this will show or not, but Choctaw Farms, look, maybe I can even make it work, but they got their own farms, and these are some real good peppers. I went down there and spent my money at the Choctaw, you know. Let's see if we can show this. I'll do what I can. Let's see. You see that Choctaw Farms? I never would have been at that place right there, and I had enough fuel to get there. And these were really good. They're empty. It's empty now. I just tore them up. Those pickled vegetables, it's almost like the habaneros. They're not too hot. They're really good. There's a little bit of spice to them. But yeah, they got all kinds of stuff. Jellies and stuff, you know. And so, that's up there in Oklahoma. Choctaw Indians, Choctaw Reservation. They also got a casino for people that like to pull slots and see little flipper things go over in numbers. I don't do all that. And they got cigars, and they had some Cubans in there once. And they got aged 17 years cigars. So they sell cigars at the Choctaw. It's like a travel plaza is what it's called. So yeah, so I'll tell you something. Don't make people feel unwelcome. You know, if you're running a business of any kind, or even just in general, because that means a lot to people who have been made to feel unwelcome. You know. So, Mr. Love gets it. That's why all his people say, welcome to Love's. Welcome. You know. And even if the lot's full, they could park. But that guy's hawking the fuel aisle in 15 minutes. He's done got your company called. I mean, I was pumping fuel. Total time was 45. They didn't have any roast on it. That's the thing, too. The guy inside said, hey, wait 30 more minutes, and I'll have roast. I figured it'd be about 15 or so more. I go out and I'm making sure that, you know, when I pull up, I fuel, and the roast is all crusty and stuff. That's like a health code violation anyhow for a health score. I mean, there was a lot of, I know I worked in the service industry. I saw standing water. There was a lot of stuff they could have got popped for, and it wasn't right. But I didn't say nothing about that. But I was like, okay, well, they'll bring out a fresh pot of roast anyhow, and I'll take that to go, and that'd be great. Right there next to the fuel aisle, you know. When I walked in there and he held that up, I brought my phone in with me after I talked to that driver. I said, you got anything else to say? Because I got my company on the line right now. And he just shut up and didn't know what to say. Yeah, because he thought he was going to get me in trouble and I was going to pull off the lot and be in trouble. No, no, no. No. It happens quicker than that, dude. And it's coming back to you. I told him there's a storm coming. And I said, and an umbrella ain't going to do it. So I said, you be watching for it. There's a storm coming. Yeah, my money won't be, I cannot tell you how much money I've spent in fuel since that exact date, but it's been over $2,000. Over $2,000 plus inside sales that the pilot did not get from me. And now I get free refills at the Love's, and this is my Love's cup, and you ain't gonna be able to see it, but shoot. Like I said, I hit a light on that. I'm sorry about my mount. See that says Love's on it? That's my new Love's cup. And I get free refills all day, and I'm platinum now because of all the fuel I bought. So this and my cold drink cup, both of them free every time. Free refills, free showers, unlimited. You want to go somewhere they take care of you? Find yourself at a Love's truck stop. They don't pay me to say this. They just doing their job. You know, just doing their job. And I'm just doing my job. That's what you're supposed to do. Look, y'all stay safe. I don't even know how many minutes I'm into now. And I apologize if I just went to a rant. I didn't know how to talk about this or what to say. Now I don't even know how to get out of that little thing there. Yeah, look. 28 minutes, man. Crazy. I only want the best for the people that are at least willing to listen to me, and you're welcome on my channel. I only want the best for you to know all the things that you could break on your truck or would break, so you have extra parts and you could beat the wrecker. And I'll give you the knowledge to change it if I have it. If I don't have it, I'll find it. I'll do the best to help my people out. And one thing I'm gonna tell you is, you could lose your job if you stop at that pilot. It's on 49, north of Joplin, Missouri, around the 80-something mile marker. There's a truck stop at the 77 though that's got a truck wash, and you can wash your own truck. So how about that? That's where I went. I went south of there and washed my truck while I was thinking about it. Then I called the corporate and talked to the lady, and she didn't like it too much that he called the company, but it's all good. I ain't worried about it. I'm gonna make my money talk. Over $2,000 so far. I'm gonna keep a tally of how much money that I normally spend stopping at Pilot, and there you go. So, yeah, and they want to support their boy. That's your boy, Pilot. That's your boy. Enjoy it. We don't need your postage stamp lot. You lucky we stop in there and supporting you anyway. Really? That little piece of crap you got? It's a postage stamp. 10 to 15 parking spots most places. You can't even compete with Love's. Love's is kicking your butt. The TA's even got, you know, look, you gotta have, if you want to compete, you gotta have at least 80 to 250 parking spots if you want to be a real truck stop. We don't need fuel and go, we need a place to be. Sometimes your place to be is not the place to be because the people you hire in it. They need to go in there and clean house. If he had been hawking the roast and made sure there was roast on the tray, he would have people could have bought food rather than trying to mess with somebody and there ain't even nobody on the fuel. No driver complained, not even the one that pulled up behind me. And the only reason I waited a little bit longer was to try to get something to eat that wasn't ready. So I tell you, you got empty fuel bays and you hawking and giving drivers a hard time, that's not your job. Because a customer is not a deterrence from your work. A customer is the purpose of your work. They're not a deterrence from your work, they're the purpose of it. So if you're working in a restaurant and you're doing prep, cutting up something, and a customer comes up, they're not stopping you from doing your job by asking you to come help. They are your job. Yeah, that guy needs some people skills. He needs to learn some stuff, but whatever, that's cool, man. Cut you off, you know? Like I said, like a puppy looking for milk. I'm gonna give him a little spot on that cup there, extra straws there, put his little name on it. He can suck on that and get nothing, because I'm gonna cut him off. I appreciate the 3 thumbs up, man. I'm not even paying attention to my live feed, and I got at least one in the house, but this thing don't show. Sometimes it's 15 or 30 or 100, and YouTube might ban this in every country. They do me how they do me. I don't care anyway. But for the people that listening, this is fixing to go up, and it's gonna go as a video, and I'll drop it like that. And look, y'all stay safe, have a good one, and you're welcome on my channel. And you're welcome at a Love's too, man. Because that's crazy. He made me feel unwelcome. Took me right back to when I was little and they locked me out of that store talking about no shirt, no shoes, no service. Just because I was poor. Took me right back there. So I got you, Mr. Manager. You could keep your fuel, all of it that you got in the ground. Because I'm not buying it. And everything in your store and all the inside sales I was going to make, man, I had to grip a bank and I had to drop it. I had to shut it down at 30 gallons. Y'all stay safe. I'm gonna get off this live feed, take it down the road. You can watch the rest of it. It's fixing to go up. So we'll talk to you later. Everybody, I'm out. Peace.